All right, so we got another clip here from Unique Entertainment, and it is another Akash situation. His wife has came forward admitting that she doesn't like being touched by him. Now, most of us would have some compassion when it comes to talking about this, but here's the issue. Akash has never been likable. He's never been funny. He's never seemed talented. He's just another one of those guys that call themselves comedians, but simply just surrounds himself with comedians, hangs out with people with much more talent, and somehow gets a paycheck from doing it, right? Had he been a little more humble, even, had he not been a squirrel-faced douchebag, we might be like, hey man, we can move on from this, right guys? It's not super crucial, but at the same time, hilarious. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Create a narrative out of nothing. And then I'll also respond to the people saying, I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA, physical touch. I find it really overstimulating. And so it's something I actually work through with my husband.
Okay, so I think at this point, most of us that have seen any clip of this woman can agree that any of her situations, I guess, any overstimulation or self-diagnosis that she's doing has only ever been self-diagnosis, okay? She's telling Akash that she's got this, she's got that, they can't do this, they can't do that, right? He's proposed to the same woman 3 different times, okay? And he's still not allowed to hold her hand or kiss her on the cheek in public. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But I'm thinking that all of this self-diagnosis is exactly that, and she's self-medicating. Look at the size of those fucking pupils, man. She's out of her mind.
Husband, because that's his love language, and I feel like for him, he tries to...
Hold on, I have to say, it's pretty weird for Akash to have only been with this girl and somehow have a love language. How do you develop a love language being with only one partner? And your love language is, I need to touch you and feel you constantly? No, that's sexual frustration, folks.
To do physical touch to regulate his emotions, and I find it really dysregulating. So it's something we kind of work through in high stress situations, because I get overstimulated when a lot of things are happening, and like my mother-in-law is there, my mom is there, and Akash will tend to kiss me when there's a lot of people around, and sometimes I'm overstimulated, so I'm just like, oh, so yeah, if you want to know like my whole fucking psychosis.
No, we don't. We don't. That really doesn't matter. We've already got a lot of answers that we weren't even really looking for. We weren't looking for it. Somebody else was, and they showed the world. We just like to keep on talking about it. Because again, Akash isn't likable or funny or talented. He's just another one of those guys that happened to be friends with a guy who got big. Okay? And unlike Matt McCusker, okay, being friends with Shane, Matt is actually talented in many other ways than just doing comedy. But here's Akash doing nothing. And whatever he's attempting to do, he's been bad at it. So seeing this downfall, great. It's hilarious. Well deserved.
This or whatever, then I can give it to you. But it's just annoying that you guys create a fucking narrative out of something that's sweet for no reason whatsoever.
Wait, what the fuck is sweet? What is sweet, dude? What's sweet? The fact that you won't allow your husband to kiss you on the cheek in public? Or the fact that he's proposed to you 3 different times and you still don't allow any kind of affection? What is sweet about any of this? You're only making a man who is sexually frustrated that much more sexually frustrated. I mean, you're making a guy who's already overbearing that much more overbearing. And the more stuff you keep asking for him to buy you, the worse it's going to get. I mean, he gave you that last ring saying, it's big enough now that you should shut up whenever I tell you. Seems like things are getting dark.
Because you're miserable in your own lives is my only reason that I could reasonably assume. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to say. That's what everybody wants to say. It's this, it's that. Find any excuse other than my own behavior. It's tragic. But like I said at the top of the video, man, you could feel bad for Akash if he wasn't already such an unlikable douchebag. Right? Him and Andrew Schultz and all those other, the Toy Story boys or whatever they're called. Yeah, they all stink. They're all not good people. Selling their souls for the littlest paycheck, dude. It's pathetic. And seeing that this guy who claims to be or wants to be an alpha male is not that at all, hilarious. So hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know what to do. And until